Welcome, warriors, archers, shields, and cavalry. I am your knight in real shining armor, not those leather greaves. And today, we will be covering the knights, a just overall better version of the swords with a whopping 2 less speeds, which is a sneak peek to my should you buy this module. Okay, anyways, so let's grab our swords, put on our helmets, and roll right into their differences. They have 2 less speeds than the swords, but a ton to back up themselves for this loss of speed. To start off, they have some improved stats to help them stand against the enemy a little bit stronger, such as 25 more health and 25 more armor. Now if that's not stronger, I don't know what is. They also have some extra abilities that they bring to the table. The first one being Shock Charge. Now I'm going to explain what Shock Charge is, even though you can just look in the store. Shock Charge will make your knights run forward, and they will ram into any unit in the path. Obviously you should use Shift Lock as the store says, but just in case you missed the memo, you will not hit without Shift Lock likely. Shock Charge removes the difficulties of getting close, with the added benefit of stunning any unit hit with your path of the charge for 6 seconds. This gives the knights an edge that the swords just don't have. Even though they seem a little bit slower, they actually can monster body slam the archers from super far away. Okay, now the knights also get field rations. What is field rations? Well, it heals your troops a tiny bit, and it might not be even 25% of their health, but it is still enough health to matter, which allows these knights to be more sustainable. Maybe not as sustainable as shields, but they're definitely more sustainable than swords, which means you'll be able to get into more fights. And if they have an archer player, they're going to be screaming because you will just shock charge the heck out of them. And this is an amazing feat because there's a lot of damage in battle to be had just from healing. It's surprising. Now you can use this in combat, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it stops the healing if you use it in combat. It's just, I typically use it out of combat, though probably better to use it in so you save your units from dying. Now, we're going to move on to the spoiler already spoiled. Should you buy this unit? I truly believe that you should buy the knights as an upgrade to the swords. Okay. We're going to be looking at these tier 2 units, or the intermediate units, as upgrades. We are not going to be calling them upon each other, except for the spears versus halberds upgrades, which should you upgrade to type thing. But we're going to be talking about them specifically as upgrades because when we get into the advanced section, there's going to be a lot of contrasting and saying, well, this unit is kind of better than this, but it costs less, yada yada yada. So for now, let's keep it simple. 2 speed is a small price to pay for extra health, armor, and abilities, especially because you zoom when you use Shock Charge. You can even use it to move around, guys. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but you can do that. A few new tips to play the knights. We're not going to include those common sword tips, obviously, so this is going to be a lot smaller of a section. Use Shock Charge to hit units while they are weak. So the backs of shields, great target because it will stun them. If your ally's already attacking them, then you can like swarm them like a little horde of goblins. Okay, and then retreating units, if they're taking a lot of damage, they're taking a lot of punishment, they're trying to get out of there, you can shock charge into them and force them to at least fight a little bit longer. Even if they're still retreat out of that, you'll deal a lot of damage. Or archers, that's another good thing because archers, you can ram right into them and it will take out a chunk of them as long as you hit and swing and do all that funny stuff. Obviously don't charge into a super buffed unit like a berserker because it will be your end, and berserkers have a very funny rage ability which will take out all of your units without dealing much to them because they also have field rations. Now, field rations, they can be used to recover health in battle. I would suggest this, as field rations in battle will keep your units alive, even though it doesn't seem like you really gained any health because the enemies are probably dealing the health you gain, but still it's better to use it in battle, though it really doesn't matter. I mean, your units are probably going to die when they die, you know, But anyway, guys, that is the end to the first intermediate guide, the Knights. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I will answer them as soon as possible. I'm trying to get the upload schedule as a weekly thing on Sunday. Now, if I get more busy, I will do it as a bi-weekly every 2 weeks on a Sunday. But I will still keep pumping out the Warlords guides. And I hope you enjoyed. But that is Zayak off duty.